Everybody, I'm Jaylon Shoots, the host and founder of Sit Down with SwaggyShoots, and today I'm gonna tell y'all where I've been. It's been like a month or two since I dropped the episode, so today I'm gonna answer all the questions and just give y'all a life update of everything that's going on. So let's get into it. All right, y'all. So a lot of stuff has happened since the last time y'all see me, and I'm not gonna let that be an excuse of why I haven't uploaded a video, man. Like, to be honest, I gotta hold myself more accountable to get this content out to y'all because I know a lot of y'all actually care. I know a lot of y'all actually look forward to the content. So for that, I apologize. But let's go. We're gonna give a little update on everything that's happened. So first things first, it's finals time, right? It was finals time, and I really wasn't even stressing over finals. It was just like I know how important finals is, so I was just locked in on that. And at the same time, basketball season started, so I'm doing all the preparations to sideline reporting and balancing the internship and finals all at once. And something just had to give, or I just had to go out my way and do even more, which I could have done more. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could have done more to get you guys content, but I was being lazy. I was being lazy, but at the same time, it was just like life was lifing. Life was lifing, man. But yeah, so finals went good, man. I'm lit because I take ASL. I've been taking ASL for like a year and a half now, but I got to take 4 credits, and I just got done with the third credit. So turn up. That's why I be trying to tell you guys, like, I'm blessed in sign language, standing on business. That been going out a lot, but it's more to it. Like, ASL, it just gave me a recognition of how blessed I am, and I just think it's cool because I get to communicate to somebody that speaks another language, like that has to use their hands. Like, these people, they just can't talk. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they can't talk, and it's a beautiful thing to be able to communicate with somebody in their way of communication. So like, I had to take it serious, and like, y'all, man, when I was in ASL 1 and ASL 2, it wasn't pretty, man. Like, I honestly thought that I was going to fail. Like, I told my advisor, this ain't gonna work, dog. I'm gonna have to go to Spanish or something, and I don't even like Spanish, man. So I was like, this ain't gonna work. But this the first year I got an A in my ASL class. So hey, I know I haven't been here for a while, but it was worth it if I got an A. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I got the A. Basketball, I mean, man, it's like with me, I'm a perfectionist, and I just see my potential. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, okay, I gotta give this everything I got. You know what I'm saying? Like, every time I go, I'm gonna play some videos. Like, I'm dressed up to the T every time. Every time, it's because I take it serious. Like, I love what I do, and I take it serious. And I want these jobs out here to know that everything I do, I'm a hard worker, and I'm gonna work 10 times 10 to make sure I get my job done. You know what I'm saying? So I know most of the basketball team, but I still interview them. Try to get something different. Try to get something that the audience will want to hear. A lot of people just talk about stuff what they think they would want to hear. But I've been learning, like, man, it's not all about me. I gotta give the people what they want. And like, it helps me even with the podcast. So just asking questions that the audience will want to hear, uh, and just getting that sense, like getting to tell their story is really a blessing. And like, that's journalism, man. Just telling their story. It's not about me as a storyteller. Just being able to get to know someone. Like, that's how I got to know these guys. Like, yeah, I used to live with some of them, but I really got to get a relationship with these guys by just being my true, genuine self and show them that I care and that I want to help. So that's all it came down to be honest. Like, that's all it came down to. So I just been putting extra time into that. Like, man, what was that game? The homecoming game. I didn't even celebrate. Now, y'all know me. I don't even like celebrating, partying, any of that anyway. I'm just trying to get in for my degree and get up out of here. Like, straight up, man. I really don't care about the party and stuff. So I literally came in. I after I got done working at the internship, got back to school like at 11:30. I'm just grinding, like just getting to writing down stuff, getting to doing my research, getting to know the other team, and then I had to the next day. I woke up early, and I went to go interview somebody that plays on the team here to interview them, and I didn't know them. Like that was my first time having a conversation with them, so that was good, and just doing my best. You know what I'm saying? Like I had to talk about a game, and like this is what people don't show y'all. Like a lot of people I know watch this, they might want to be a sideline reporter, and like a lot of people don't tell y'all the truth. Like it's just not easy. It's not like, oh, I'm gonna just interview this person and just write something down. Like, no, you gotta know your backtrack. So you gotta go do research before you go into the interview of what you want to ask. I had to cover a game that wasn't even the game that I was sideline reporting. So I watched that full game just so I can know, like, hey, I watched the game so I know exactly what I want to talk about and exactly what the audience need to hear. Like, you got to do all that. It took me all day, man. Like, it took me all day. The game started at 7. I started prepping like at 10. So from 10 to 6, I'm just prepping. And then that night when I got off work, I stayed up to about 2 o'clock in the morning. So it just comes with a lot of hard work. It comes with a lot of hard work. And I just knew when all that was going on and then with classes and stuff, I was like, man, it's going to be hard to get some podcasts out. So that was that. But I'm not going to lie. I still could have got some podcasts out, you know? And the second part of that, it was just like, man, I don't want to sit here and make y'all watch me the whole time. You know, that's boring. Nobody wants to see that. I want to get to interviewing people again and, you know, just getting out and trying new things and just not sitting here by myself in front of a camera and just talking. So that's something I've just been learning throughout the semester. It's like just add moving stuff during the podcast so people can be entertained, or you know bring somebody in where their story can get out, so you know they can win too. Like that's just how I am. Like I don't have to eat and take off of everybody else's plate. I want everybody to win. I want everybody to eat. So yeah, that's something that I've been working on, and I got some people lined up for y'all. So we're gonna get that started, and then winter break is here, so I'm definitely gonna be searching out and getting some more expertise and getting some more people to try to get on to sit down with SwaggyShoots. Another thing is all these pro athletes or people that retired that was pro athletes, they have a podcast now, and they're all sports. They're all sports, so it's kind of hard. Like I really been thinking, and let me guys know what you think about this in the comment section. But I've been thinking, like, man, what if I change my podcast around? Like, we know that this is a sports podcast, but I absolutely love talking about my faith. I absolutely love giving you guys wisdom and spreading knowledge. So I'm thinking about making that the point of it. So not being a sports podcast, but being like a motivational podcast. Something where I can spread light, something where I can be motivation to somebody who needs it, because I realize that's what my purpose is. Like, yeah, I'm really good at reporting. Yes, I'm very good at journalism. Yes, I'm very good at all these things, but I mean, my purpose is so much stronger than my passion, you know? And I just want to be a blessing. That's really it. At the end of the day, I really just want to be a blessing and help somebody out in need. And I guess I just get that from my mom. Like my mom's being a single mom, she always put me and my siblings before herself. And I said this on a previous podcast. Like I noticed that I do that all the time. Like I put others before I put myself. You know, I don't put myself first. I always put others before me. And I just think that's because the way I was raised, and I saw it, and I saw all the work that my mom did to provide for me and my siblings, where I just do it without even noticing that I'm doing it, you know? And I'm learning how to balance that out. I'm learning how to balance it out and protect my peace while doing it. But I mean, every time I tell myself, "Oh nah, I'm finna stand on business. I'm not finna do that no more." I just feel like God calls me back to somebody that needs some help, or God calls me to do something where it won't be considered standing on business. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, yeah, definitely got some praying to do with the whole podcast and see where this takes us. You know, like yes, I'm gonna still talk about sports and stuff, but I want to be able to help somebody who's watching this, because that's the whole reason of this podcast, really, is to help others and spread the word and spread wisdom and spread knowledge. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. But I had some people ask me some questions. Okay, I had some people reach out to me, ask me some questions and stuff, and we're gonna hit on that too. But let me fill y'all in on some more stuff that's going on. So I previously lost somebody that meant a lot to me, and I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. It kind of took a toll on me because just the way it happened. Like, yes, he was sick for a while, and I knew that, but I mean, it came fast. Like, it hit fast, and man, I love that lady. I love that lady a lot, and her family. Man, they done so much for me. When I was a little kid, I mean, they used to watch me. Shoot, I used to go to their daycare, which was like my school, and I learned so much from them. And really and truly, like I said this at the funeral, I had to speak at the funeral, and really, what she did for me was she installed a seed of faith inside of me, and every year it just grew more and more and more, and that's because of that seed that she installed in me. Like, it's really and truly, like, my first memory of Christ is what I learned from her. I was like 4 years old, man, 4 years old. So yeah, that wasn't even like a teacher or something. That was like family. That was like family. So yeah, she passed away, and it hurt because when she passed away, I was going to go see her. I was literally about to go see her, and then I see that she passed. I was like, dang, dang. And if anybody know about my backstory, they might know about what happened with me with somebody passing and stuff. So yeah, it definitely took a toll on me for real. But no, I'm good. I'm good. And that leads me into my first topic about just actually being okay, the steps to being okay. I realize as men, we like to hide our feelings a lot. We like to hide our feelings a lot because that's not the way we were raised. You know what I'm saying? Like, we were raised to be strong. We were raised to not show our emotions because if we did, we'll be considered weak. You know what I'm saying? We were raised to be a strong guy, be a man. You know what I'm saying? And it shouldn't have to be like that. It really is not supposed to be like that. Men's mental health really matter because a lot of the time, the man that you're dating, the man that's your brother, the man that's your husband, no matter what, whoever, a man that you know, they might be going through something, but they're just scared to open up because they don't know how to. You know what I'm saying? They really don't know how to open up. Or even worse, they opened up before and they still got hurt. They didn't get that answer they was looking for. So they just simply just don't know how to open up. They don't even know how to talk about their feelings. And that's something that I've been working on like the last year or two, where I'm not gonna let that affect me. I had to open up. I had to open up, and that's you just gotta find a community. You had to find a great community of people that hears you and listen to you and want the best for you, and that's hard to find. That's hard to find because when you're doing some good stuff, man, like, you'll realize who your friends is and people that's just there. You know what I'm saying? Like, a friend is supposed to tell you, be happy for you when you're succeeding and not just get jealous when you're doing some good stuff. And a friend is just supposed to be someone that can just listen and be honest with you. Just be honest. Like, no need to lie. Just be honest with me. That's the type of person I am. I got this saying, I'll lie for you before I lie to you. And I got that from Shannon Sharp, to be honest. But it's true. Like, man, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'll lie for you before I lie to you. Like, I just want to see you do great. So just finding that community of people that you can just be yourself around plays a big role. And I recently found that. And my best friends, they know who they are. Rachel, Dieza, you guys mean a lot. You guys mean a lot. Aaliyah too. You guys mean a lot. And I mean, if it wasn't for y'all, I don't know how this semester would have looked like. To be honest with you, but no, like, finding that community, and man, I just want you guys to know that it is okay to open up. Like, you do not have to stay to yourself because really and truly, that's gonna bring you into a place where you don't want to be. I've been there, I've done that, and that's when the depression kicks in, and you generally don't know how to open up. You know what I'm saying? And you can't get better until you open up. You can't get better until you let that emotions out. Sometimes you gotta cry. And if somebody think you're weak for crying, like the Bible says Jesus wept. So is Jesus weak? No. Like you just gotta do it, man. You just gotta do it and not care what people think. Not care what people think. You gotta find people that you can trust and just get it out. Like I'm tired of this notion that men have to stay to themselves and be so strong that we can't be realistic with ourselves and try to get out of this season of depression or whatever that you guys are going through. Like that's not real, that's not tough, that's not cool. That's just not it. It's really not it. And I'm gonna try my best to get that out there because mental health is so important, man. Mental health is so important, and I didn't even realize how important it was until I went through what I went through. That's why I always try to see the good and stuff. Like some of my best friends, they always tell me, you got a loving heart, like you forgive too much. And I tell them like, man, imagine somebody dying on a cross for you, for your sins, right? And then you actually find out and understand the reason of that happening, but you still sin, but that person still loves you. Like Jesus did that for us. So like I'm trying to live in his image. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, if somebody hurt me, yeah, it might hurt or they might not deserve to be forgiven or whatever you want to say, but the Bible says forgive 70 times 7, man. Like so I'm really not even stressing about what they do. You never know what somebody go through, and I definitely agree that hurt people goal is to hurt people. Like most of the time, the people that hurt you, they probably hurt themselves, and they just don't know how to deal with it, so they try to hurt other people. And no, that's not right. But I just got a loving heart, man, and that's just something I've been working on. Is I don't want to feel no type of way towards anybody if it ain't peaceful. Like I don't want to feel mad at you. I don't want to feel sad at you. I don't want to feel anything but just peace, and that's it. Really, that's it. So yeah, that's the first topic about that. That's the first topic about that. Next, we're gonna talk about my internship, man. So, man, y'all know about the internship at CBS. I'm gonna just add in some B rolls right here so y'all can look what I've been doing. But the internship is coming to an end, man. Um, Friday is my last day right now, and it's crazy to think about, man. Cause first of all, the semester flew. The semester flew, and man, I'm getting old. I'm getting old. I already got back problems and all that, but I'm really getting old. And just to think about it, like I was literally just at school doing in high school doing the announcements and hated it. And now literally my career is dealing with journalism and being in front of the camera. Like it's crazy to think that I never wanted to be in the camera. I didn't want to be in it. I didn't want to do this, but eventually I got a love for it and it just started to grow. And everything plays hands in hand, right? So I'm just grateful for the opportunity that I've had at CBS, and I've been working hard. Been working hard. All the people up there, they love me. They be trying to give me advice, and I listen to them. And we're trying to work something out where I can possibly come back. And I'm saying this to y'all because y'all like my family. Y'all know I keep my stuff private, but but yeah, we trying to work out something. That's all I'm gonna say on that. But man, it's just been a blessing from everything that I learned. Like I got to cover the Rangers winning their first World Series. I covered the Dallas Cowboys this season. I covered the Dallas Mavericks this season. I covered the Dallas Stars this season. And man, like I used to be the type of person that not tell my accomplishments because I don't want it to seem like I'm boosting on myself and throwing it in somebody's face. But that's just the truth. Like that's what I've done, and I've learned so much, and I learned how to write better. I learned how to edit more, and really and truly, it just took a step of faith. Literally, like when people ask me how did I get the internship, I tell them all the time I just stepped out on faith. Like it was a part of God's plan. I didn't have no connections. I didn't know anybody. I just applied. Like literally, like, my cousin sent me the internship, and like if it wasn't for my cousin, I probably would have never even had it. But my cousin sent me the internship, and I applied, and I got it done. And I was not luckily, God just worked His way. He did His thing, and I told them like all I need is an opportunity. Once I get my foot in the door, I'm gonna make something pop, and that's basically what I've been doing. And man, like I done some good stuff. I done some good stuff, and you guys gonna see it pretty soon. You guys are gonna see it pretty soon, and yeah, I done some great stuff, and I'm just so thankful for the opportunity. But I just realized, like, man, I always talk about how the industry is. Like, I'm learning how the industry is and stuff, and I'm literally in that position right now. Like, it's crazy to think I was just a high schooler. I was just in middle school, but now I'm actually in the industry and like learning and being seeing real deal. Like, I'm seeing people get released because like they're not fooling with that no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm seeing everything. I'm seeing the good, the bad, and the ugly. And man, it's crazy. It's crazy for sure. And like right now, like me job hunting, like that's crazy. I'm a free agent, bro. I'm basically a free agent, man. And man, I'm just blessed. I still got a semester left of school, and everything I learned from there, I'm gonna just take it and run with it. So I'll probably make another podcast episode going directly about the internship. But for right now, I just want to say that it's been a blessing these last 3 months to be in the position that I am right now. And man, I love everybody at that station that's helped me. Everybody at the station that's helped me. If you're watching this, I love you, and I wouldn't have made it without you. So yeah, but that's also what I've been stressing on, y'all. Like, man, I gotta find another job. I gotta find another job, and I just gotta stay active. I still like my brain. I don't know how my brain functions sometimes. Like everything that you think about, you're thinking about jobs, you're thinking about school, you're thinking about sideline reporting, you're thinking about friends and family, right? And like, how does the brain just maintain all this stuff? It's interesting to think about, and that's just the stuff I be thinking. I just think about random stuff. But man, it's a blessing. It's a blessing. But somebody, well, my friends, they wanted me to say, well, not even my friends, just a lot of people. What would I tell my past self, and what would I tell my future self? Uh, I would tell my past self that everything gonna be all right, and just trust the plan and to get into the word. That's what I'll tell my past self. I'll tell my past self to just be thankful for everything and seize the moment and be in the moment. Because man, my past self, I mean, I wasn't a bad guy, whatever, but I just didn't have no type of knowledge and wisdom that I have right now. And literally, I told y'all like how I care about other people more than myself. But like my past self, I was just reckless with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would like not put myself at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna go run to somebody, and now I just know, like, man, like if God ain't tell you to do that, don't go do it. Don't go do it and stuff like that. So yeah, I tell my past self to just stay focused, enjoy every moment, and be in a moment, and just be thankful. What I tell my future self, I'll tell my future self that everything that happened in the past happened for a reason, to prepare you for where I'm at now. And that's the beauty of life. Like, everything happens for a reason. Everything happens for a reason, and I'm glad the stuff happened that happened to me. Which sounds crazy. Like, if you know me, if you know me and know everything I went through, you would think I'm an idiot to say that. But no, I'm glad everything happened. I'm glad everything happened because I mean, I improved in myself. I improved in myself. I learned, and I just didn't sit there and just dwell in it. Like, I actually took it upon myself to learn and to get better from it. And that's what life all about. That's what life is all about, man. When stuff happen, are you just gonna sit there and pout, or are you just gonna learn from it and apply it and move on to the next situation? And that's a lot of people's problem. They don't like to move on. Like, a lot of people just like to stay in a comfort spot, and I just can't do that. I can't do it, because if they left for a reason. If somebody passed, I mean, God called them at that time for a reason. You never know. So I don't like staying in a spot where I'm not supposed to be in. It's different seasons in life. You got fall, you got winter, you got summer. It's different seasons in life that you go through as well. Like, you're gonna have a happy season, you're gonna have a sad season, you might have a depressed season. I hope you don't, but if you do, you're gonna have a depressed season. You're gonna have all these different seasons, and whatever you do with it is that's on you. That's on you, and you just gotta learn from it. You gotta learn from it. apply all your mistakes, apply everything that you learned to the next situation, and make sure that you move on through it. So yeah, that's why I'll tell my future self everything that happened to you for a reason. Just use it. Just use it. And stay in the word. Stay in the word, man. But yeah, we've been talking about that. Now I just want to talk about peace. And it's crazy because I believe the most expensive thing in this world is peace. Because like yeah, you don't have to pay money for it, but you're gonna lose a lot of stuff. You might lose people, you might lose things you're passionate in. Shoot, you never know what you might lose, but peace is expensive. And once you get that peace, it's like, okay, you did all the work, you lost all this stuff. You can't lose your peace. You can't lose it. And it's hard to maintain your peace because you got all these distractions, all these temptations and stuff, and you just trying to stay grounded to who you are and what you learned and the peace that you got. So that's why I always say stay in the word. Stay in the word because that's how I got to the peace is by being in the word. So I just gotta stay there and realize like, man, it took me all this to get there and it's gonna take me all this to maintain it and more. You know what I'm saying? That's like with everything. Like once you get somewhere, it's gonna take you even more to maintain it. If you in a relationship with somebody and y'all in that relationship for a year and a year and a half and y'all doing everything that y'all did to get to the relationship, it ain't gonna work. Cause nothing's changed. Eventually, you're gonna get tired of it. You gotta find new ways to love that person. You gotta find new ways to entertain that person, and that's just the same thing with your walk to peace. Your walk in faith. Like everything that you done, you gotta keep reading the word. You gotta keep expanding your knowledge and your wisdom to stay at that spot that you're in. So yeah, peace is expensive, bro. It really is expensive, but I mean it's worth it. I worth it. That's one of the things, like one of the most expensive things in the world, where you'll pay a lot. You'll pay a lot of lost friendships, lost relationships, lost passions. You lose a lot of stuff, right? But once you get it, it's gonna be worth it. It's gonna be worth it. And once you get it, it takes even more work to maintain it. So, yeah, just stay with the walk. Stay with the walk and keep going. Keep going no matter what because whatever you do, you can't lose that piece. You can't lose that piece. Um, I'm gonna hit back on the man talk. Steps as a man to be okay. This is a good one. This is a good one because when I was in that, I don't like to say depression season, but when I was in that season where I was just down and feeling bad and not being myself, I mean, I stood there for a little bit. I ain't gonna lie to you. I stood there for a little bit, but I learned. I learned. And once I learned, that's the first thing, really and truly. To be okay, you need to realize that you're not okay. That's the first step to take to heal. Like, you just got to tell yourself, bro, I'm not okay. I'm not okay. And I want to do something to get to being okay. So for me, I got into the word. Like, I didn't rely on anybody but God, really and truly. I just got into the word, right? I got into the gym, done stuff that makes me happy. I figured out stuff that I didn't think that I was gonna like that I now do on a daily basis to help me in my mental and my peace. I go outside run no matter what the temperature is, bro. No matter what the temperature is, just because it brings me peace. You know, I go to the gym even if I'm hurting, I'm sore. I go to the gym because that's what I did to get here. I gotta keep doing that plus more. I do my baby, I mean, not my baby, my daily Bible journals. And man, I made it to 200 consecutive days. I got to give myself a round of applause for that because I know ain't nobody else will. But no, I made it to 200 consecutive days. And that means a lot because I used to do it and just give up on it. I used to do it and just quit. And my mama ain't raised no quitter. So now, like, I just got to keep doing it. I got to keep doing it and add new techniques. You know, right now I'm doing the SOAP process, which is the scripture, observation, application, and prayer, right? But now I'm doing like the Bible studies as well on the Bible app. So I'm taking notes. Now my next step is like to actually read the word, go from like read certain chapters and then summarize what I read and pick a chapter to do the SOAP process, man. So Yeah, man. You gotta know what your steps is, cause I can't tell you what's gonna help you. I can tell you what helped me, but what helped me might not help you. So yeah, you just gotta adventure out. But the main thing is you gotta be real with yourself. You gotta be real with yourself. Are you really all right? Are you really okay? And that's the type of person I am. Like if I'm talking to a homeboy, or if I'm talking to a friend that's a female, and we get to saying how are you, I just got a gift where I can just look at somebody and be like, they lying. Like they lying, they not really okay. So I just be like, how are you really doing? What are you really up to? Tell me about the stuff that you done. Just so they can feel like, man, somebody actually cares. Like that means a lot. Just genuine conversations, looking somebody in their eye, asking them questions and stuff. You never know how much that might help that person in that time of need. So yeah, just be there. And that's something else. Is a lot of people know that I'm forgiving. I'm a forgiving person. I have a big heart. Have a big heart, right? And it's crazy because I'm forgiving these people, right? And some people are bringing their way back into my life and trying to be in my small circle that I have, because I have a very small circle. But I prayed the same pray. I mean, I prayed the same prayer that I said when they left again now. You know what I'm saying? Because like, okay, I forgave you. I did what God called me to do. But just because I forgave you, don't mean that I gotta rock with you all the time. I just forgave you. We're cool. Nothing else gotta happen. Like I forgave you. We're cool. So that's something I prayed on right now. Like, man, I forgave you, but Lord, if they supposed to be in my life, let them stay. If not, send them on their way, and we cool. So that's really what it is. Like forgiving is not. It's not gonna help that other person. Forgiving helps you. Forgiving helps you move on, and forgiving actually is a blessing because you get to let some of that energy go, let that weight off your shoulders, and I feel like God gives you a blessing for doing what He told you to do, which is to forgive. So yeah, forgiving really isn't for that person that you're forgiving. Forgiving is for yourself and to become a better woman, become a better man of God. That's really what it comes down to. And yeah, just take it step by step, man. Like, but that's something I do. If I forgive you and we start to get close again, hold up. Let me pray this prayer that you left on the first time. Because if you leave again, I mean, it's clearly meant that you're not supposed to be in my life. I was just supposed to forgive you and just move on. So, yeah, I have a big heart, man. I have a big heart. I have a big heart. But I pretty much hit everything that I was supposed to hit about. This was a quick video just to tell you everything that I've been going through. Everything I've been going through, give y'all a life update. I hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys have a blessed holiday and stuff like that. And man, stay safe because the traffic out here is crazy. I don't know where y'all at you watching this, but the traffic out here is crazy. A lot of craziness. People drinking and driving. So please pray up, be safe, and just know, like, to just stay in your word. Just stay in your word because the word will get you through anything. Get you a good community, get you in the word, and just know that, like, peace is expensive, but it's worth it. It's worth it, and you'll gain so much from that peace. All right. This has been another episode of Sit Down with SwaggyShoots. I am your host and founder, Jaylon Shoots. I love y'all, and I'm out of here. Peace. Baby, come talk to me. This where you supposed to be. Hey, he can't love you like I love you, and it's plain to see. Baby, come talk to me. This where you supposed to be. Hey, he can't love you like I love you, and it's plain to see. Baby, come talk to me.